Hey, good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Thursday. It is a happy Thursday. Guys, you are all incredible. Thank you so much. Yeah, this morning I posted it in the Discord server when I saw that it ticked over. 50,000 subscribers here now on the channel, which is a number that is insane. Never thought years and years ago, like 4 years ago, coming up 5 I think in September, when I just posted 4 or 5 quick tutorial videos on the 320, that this would be where we are 4 years from now, and it's all down to you guys. You guys make the channel what it is. I'm just someone that enjoys flying, so you're the reason that that we're all here, so thank you so much. Amazing support that you guys give as well, here on the streams, turning up on the streams, that's enough. But then of course we've got those amazing members and everyone, so thank you so much, guys. Infinity Sim Wings with a super chat, thank you so much for your $4.99 super chat. Great to have you on board this evening, and welcome to everybody. As I didn't know quite what to do this evening. We were going to have a little look at the new inbuilt London Heathrow, which is going to be coming out shortly for Flight Sim 24. But when we ticked over to 50,000 subs, I thought we've got to fly home. And Manchester Airport is where it all started, my local international airport, and that's obviously where we're flying to tonight. And of course, one of the airfields that everybody loves is Innsbruck. We arrive into Innsbruck, so quite often it's an approach that lots of people love to see. We very rarely depart Innsbruck, and that, I would say, is probably more difficult than arriving. So that's what we're going to be doing this evening. So welcome on board, everyone. Hey Vince, Organ, DC, Dark Fuse in the chat as well. Hey Remlin, Terry Ash, thank you so much. Turgay, J-Hog, Lemon Wolf, Dead STK, Lee JC, good evening to you. Hey Zara, Mr. Dog, Josh Barros, Chris Clarkson as well, Andrew Curry, Paul, Uncle Smusson, good to see you, mate. Celebrating 26 months of channel membership, 50k already. I know, guys, thank you so much. And of course, if you're watching over on Twitch as well, a huge shout out and thank you to you, as the Twitch followers are slowly growing as well. So there we go. Team Simple, it's worse than that. It's Flaps 2, mate. Flaps 2. Don't worry, we're going to be briefing it in full. There's all sorts of things to consider, like engine acceleration altitude, flaps 2, APU bleed on, off, all that palaver. There's loads to discuss, loads to talk about, so don't worry, we'll go through it all in detail. Chris Clarks, mate, thank you so much for your £10 super chat. That is really generous. Saying onwards to 100k. 100k. That is a number I can't ever envisage. But there we go. William Blanton, great to have you on the chat as well. Good to see you, William. Glad you can join us for our stream. So we will be doing a special 50k stream, and that will be an all-day event, of course. I now need to get planning permission for that, get time off from the wife for that. So that will be coming, and I'm sure we'll have a load of goodies and giveaways when we do that as well. Infinity says perhaps a good route to fly on a full-scale 320 sim. Infinity, do you know what? Yes indeed. And I know I've been in touch with you about this as well, and I will get back in touch with you. It's crazy busy at the moment. So this is actually my last live stream of the week, because I'm away all weekend. I'm also away all next weekend. So yeah, it's just a crazy time of year at the moment. But yeah, Innsbruck is an awesome place to fly, both into and out of. And of course, we're in the A320. We spent so long now in the A350. I really have come back into the little bus, as it were. Hey Diamond, good to see you. Klaus Fraser also says congratulations with the 50k over on Twitch. Thank you guys. So well, let's get going, shall we? Yeah, let's indeed. So we are obviously in our turnaround state. We're live on VATSIM as well. We're off runway 18 tonight, which is nice, a little bit different. So we're just going to check, like I say, turnaround state. So I've got the pumps off, packs off. They're all fine. Overheads nice and happy. Just come down here. Want to check the spoilers, flaps, parking brake. They're all on, and we're squawking 2,000, and that's all fine. Acupressure's not yet in the green. We'll get the operational flight plan up. We'll have a little look at what's what's going on with that, and then we'll work out what sort of extra fuel we're going to take and stuff. We would also need to do something like regulated takeoff weight. However, we're not that heavy today. Let's have a quick look. So here's the operational flight plan. What we got, a payload of about 13.4 tons. We're underloaded by 3.5 tons. Takeoff weight is about 64 tons, so that's fine. We're actually going to be taking off sort of below our max landing weight, unless we throw any extra fuel on. We'll have a look at that in a little bit. Ignore the call sign today. I've changed the call sign in lieu of the celebrations. The call sign tonight, we're actually now Easy34 Alpha Mike, which is our our sort of default call sign here on the channel. I thought it'd be nice to do that this evening. Cruising 38,000 feet, and not much of a headwind with the alternate is Liverpool. Shear rate's fine. Yeah, just confirmation down there. Off runway 08. It's about a 2 hours flight tonight, so that's going to be good. And then coming home to runway 23 right. We're going to flatten the hump as we come in on the hotbed arrival. I love the fact we're doing the hotbed arrival as well, because I fly over my house, which would be nice if it's nice clear skies. So plug fuel's about 667. Might throw a little bit more on, but we'll have a look in a bit. So just looking at the flight log there, you can see we are basically the Mora is above 10,000 feet for the first sort of 10 minutes of our flight. So that's sort of like the danger, not the danger's the wrong word, but the thing we need to have in the background. Quite a little bit. So after that, then it's literally plain sailing. Let's have a look at the weather then. What's Manchester got for us? Variable 4 knots, light rain, towering cumulus. We've got recent rain there. 180 at 6. A little bit of a crosswind. It's very light though, isn't it? Just the day today, 6. Yeah, so just it's been really warm today actually in the UK. The sun's been out. I actually felt the heat from the sun for the first time this year today when I was outside. So yeah, that's just that's pretty fine. Maybe visibility will drop to like 4 or 5 kilometers with a few showers of rain, but that is typical this time of year, and it's still Cat 1 for landing. Liverpool is very, very similar. Small chance of gusts, but doubt that'll happen. We've got Leeds Bradford as one of the other alternates. Oh, do we have to go there? And we've got Birmingham, that's fine, and also Newcastle. Yeah, they're all pretty good. And then interesting here at Innsbruck, this got my attention when I was just looking through before starting. Wind shear all runways, so just need to keep that in mind as well, the wind shear escape manoeuvre. But there's confirmation that everything's Cat 1 tonight. The alternate Liverpool, yeah, that's also Cat 1, so that's fine. Any no times then for us today in Innsbruck? Probably not, certainly not this time of day. So nothing there, I think, that's actually going to affect us here in the sim. No, that's all good. Klaus, mate, thank you for the resub on Twitch. Really do appreciate that, and glad you're here as well tonight. So just having a look, nothing with regards to our runways. Runway 23 right is closed after 10:30. I will be in before that, hopefully. So just revised operating hours, but yeah, that's fine. So there's nothing crazy about that. In terms of then the fuel, well, let's just uplift a little bit more than normal. Let's just round up. We'll take 7 tons as we take 7 tons, then that will be fine. Barry Barton's in the chat. Barry, wow, mate, thank you so much. That is ridiculously generous. He's gifting 20 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel memberships to the channel this evening. Barry, mate, great to have you on board for our celebratory flight this evening and turning the chat green with new members. Thank you so much, Barry. Good to have you on board this evening. So, yes, we will take 7 tons of fuel, and we'll get GSX to sort that out. Hopefully, I can't remember the last time I updated GSX. Fingers crossed this all works. One moment, we'll find out. We've got the cabin crew tonight. Hey, Caroline, are you guys all set for boarding? Hopefully, she's going to be working. Nice to have Caroline back. I've not heard her for a while.
Hello, Captain. Yes, we're all set for boarding. Just waiting for the last few passengers to get settled, and we'll be ready to go. Let us know if you need anything else.
Will do, thank you so much. Right, so I've just keyed GSX up, fingers crossed that's going to work, and yeah, there we go. I think we see some vehicles sort of spawning in front of us, so that's fine. Lovely. Flying Walnut also celebrating 3 months of channel membership. Flying Walnut, Sasha, thank you so much for your support as well. And Barry is celebrating 43 months of membership. Says good to be back after a long time of travelling and time constraints. I was thinking, Barry, just then actually, it's been a while since we've seen you on stream. I assume you've been working. You get around a bit, don't you, for work, which is great that you're actually able to see us. Klaus, I have to try and fly into Bergen. I don't know if we've ever done Bergen actually. Right, let's go through the setup. Right, so we've got the weather then. We've got the weather here. What we got? It is QNH 1021. So setup here 1021. That's fine. Check out the guard frequency. Make sure that's being monitored, which it is. I'll just turn up the integral lighting. I've got the big dome light on at the moment, which is why it's so bright. Switching panel is fine. Thrust levers and engine starters, they're all okay. Acupressure is now in the green with the cargo doors open. Get the constraints on, and then can't remember the initial climb here. I think it's 9.5. I will double check that on the chart, obviously, as we get going. Hey, Dave Hudson's in the chat. Hey, Dave, good to see you. I'm Vince. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Right, so let's start setting up the box. First off, we'll just check we've got 3 nav greens. Yeah, they're fine. Aircraft status, we've got valid AirX cycle and engine database. Okay, let's get the init request. Good thing about all this is, in fact, we're back in the 320s. All my hardware is now working, which is good. Okay, so all of that's come in tonight. We are easy 3-4 alpha Mike. Cost index of 4, presumably. Yeah, usual stuff. Ground temperature is 15. That's quite warm, isn't it, for Innsbruck? And we've got 37911 is our tropo. We'll get the winds in. Wind request. Barry says it's been so long away from the scene, still flying 2020. How's 24 nowadays? Well, funny you should mention that, Barry. So I did a video at the start of the week basically saying, you know, is it time to start thinking about moving over to Flight Sim 24? Lots of people disagreed with me, by the way, on that, which is fine. So I'm just setting up as we chat. They're all aligned, that's fine. So yeah, I basically said, I posed the question, you know, is it ready to make the move? I think after Sim Update 1 at least. If you've not got it yet, don't buy it now. Wait until Sim Update 1 is out. But since I got Sim Update 1 installed, the beta version that is, of course, it seems to be working absolutely fine. Famous last words. So the next day I came to fly, mess about and do something in Flight Sim 2020. I went to launch it on my sim, and Flight Sim 2020, the PC's uninstalled it. I haven't done it. It literally has disappeared. I have no idea why. I haven't told it to do that. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening there. Maybe it didn't like my video and it's uninstalled itself. So, but yeah, that's what it's done. So take that as you will. Right, Coglo 3 Julia, Opbed 1 Mike, they're all in, that's fine. On live, you're new to Flight Sim 2020, how do you turn off the text that comes up saying what each button is, or highlighted in blue? Yeah, I think it's under settings, it's under the assistance settings. I can sort of picture that when you're on the sort of the option screen, it's top right hand side. I think it's been a while since I've had to turn that off, Owen, but it's under the assistance settings. Right, that's 786 miles. What have I got on the OFP? I've got 780 miles. Yeah, that's fine. 6 miles discrepancy. We will take that. Right, rad nav page then. We're going to need some of this hard tuned, aren't we? Right, let's get the charts up and have a look at that. So we want yeah, okay, let's get in rum. The waypoint, not the drink. We want the rat and NDB as well. Oh, actually, put rum in on the right side.
Good evening.
And then I also want the Oscar Echo Juliet. Was that not in the database? Oh, it's already the ILS for the departure. That's fine. All right, so happy with the nav database. Want everything that I want in there. Okay, onto our init B page then. For that, we need to grab our load sheet. In fact, if I just go to our messages, we'll get it, scribble it down, and then
Welcome on board. Welcome on board.
because we've got our load sheet, passengers are boarding now. I can hear them in the background. Okay, yeah, that's our flight. It's the right aircraft. Zero fuel weight then is 57.4, and then we've got zero fuel weight CG 30.8, and takeoff CG is 29.
Good evening.
So zero fuel weight is 57.4,
This way. Good evening.
and oh, decimal place would be useful. That CFG is 30.8. Wait till we see the engine out procedure for this place, it's ridiculous. What extra fuel are we taking for the alternate? It is, let's call that a ton.
Welcome on board.
Jayhawk celebrating 33 months of channel membership as well. I bet it feels like a lifetime. Right, a ton for the alternate. Let's hit our fuel planning, see what it says. Von McLean's also in the chat celebrating 42 months. Everyone's celebrating anniversaries today. And milestones. Thanks so much, guys. Great to have you tonight. So that is 6.4 tons. We're going to be taking 7 tons. So that then gives us a takeoff weight of 64.2 and an extra 17 minutes of thinking time, holding time, flying time, whatever you want to call it. So that's fine. Yeah, happy with that. Let's have a look at the departure performance then. So we're off runway 8. It is dry. Now this is Innsbruck, so it's flaps 2 departure. No need to force toga. Anti-ice will be off. Packs will be off. Take-off weight is 642. There's no limitation for taking toga here, is there? No, there's not. Alright, 64.2. And that CFG for departure is 30.8. Single live data. And we're going to be doing a full length departure, I think. Can't go off Yankee, can we? We might be able to. Hang on, let's have a look. If it saves a little bit of time with the taxi, we might be able to.
Good evening. Hello.
Some of the airport ground chart.
Good evening.
Oh no, we can't. I don't think I want to take off with 1,586 feet. Okay, full length it is.
Hello. This way, please.
Team support not on the brief I've got. We do have wind shear potential on departure, so
Welcome on board.
don't know. Toga's definitely not mandatory here. Well, it would be obviously if we were contaminated or anything. So, just having a look at the flex to take off. Actually, the flex is we're not going to be saving that much anyway. Oh, sorry, I've just realised you can't see anymore. There you go. Yeah, screw it. Go on. Toga Thursdays. Right, 118, 123, 128.
Boarding pass, please. Hello.
And flaps 2.
Boarding pass.
No flex. Toga is required. That's fine. Right, okay, so thrust reduction and acceleration altitude. Right, this is interesting. So, thrust reduction is 2. Now, ignore the figures here. This is where some sort of real world data comes into play. Thrust reduction is 2907. The acceleration out to the east, 7,000. The engine out acceleration, 10,000. And that is, of course, because of all the terrain that we've got. So basically, you know, if we lose an engine, we're still going to be pitching up. We need to climb. We don't want to be lowering the nose to accelerate away. Even with 2 engines, we don't want to be lowering the nose and accelerating away until 7,000 feet. This is Innsbruck special. You wouldn't do this anywhere else. Well, not on any of the routes that Easyjet fly to anyway. So yeah, that's how we sort of set up our performance for that. Now here comes the really fun bit. Let me bring up the engine out stuff. So SimSmart for this. Here it is. So yeah, off of Innsbruck's runway 08 right. Oh my god. So alright, so we basically climb on runway heading to intercept the localizer Oscar Echo Juliet. Now, Oscar Echo Juliet, I think we've already got... I will turn that on. Yes, we have. Oscar Echo Juliet at 10 miles. Okay, so... at Oscar Echo Juliet, 6... is it 6 miles? 6.5 miles. From there, if it's sort of like, that's the decision point where we need to make a decision. Let me just bring this back up so you can read it. If we're above 3,000 feet at that point, we continue on that localizer. We maintain the takeoff flaps, which is flaps 2, and a maximum 15 knots to a minimum of 4,000 feet. We then continue to climb 9,500 feet and basically head to the Ratton NDB. So, with regards to the secondary flight plan then, this isn't really something that we can set up in great detail, so let's just copy the active flight plan. Now, as you can see here, a lot of that is actually already pretty same. It's intercepting the Oscar Echo Juliet and then going to the Ratton NDB. So really, if we're above 3,000 feet, by the time we get 6.5 miles Oscar Echo Juliet, then we can continue on the path that we've already got. The problem here then becomes if, for whatever reason, we are not above 3,000 feet. If we are below 3,000 feet, if we're below 3,000 feet, then we need to make a left turn 056. Then at 4.4 miles DME, we make a right turn back to the Innsbruck NDB. Okay, and at that point we can continue towards the Innsbruck NDB, break off for a visual approach 0826. Or at the Innsbruck NDB, turn right to intercept back on the Oscar Echo Juliet, accelerate, clean up green dot, and then continue to climb above MSA, basically back to 9,500 feet in Rattan. The idea is to sort of climb as you're circling up in the valley. Now, this is an entire video in itself, so we're not going to. Hopefully, we're not going to do that today. But what I am going to pop in the secondary flight plan is I am going to pop in Oscar Echo Juliet, and then after Oscar Echo Juliet, which is there, I am going to put in the Innsbruck NDB, which is here, and then basically that gets us to Innsbruck, because we're not actually putting a hold in at all anywhere. Okay, so leave that complete with the discontinuity, and that's worst case scenario sort of planned for a little bit. Okay, so that's the engine out procedure. We're not even briefed everything yet, but let's just go through. Have we got any ATC knocking about? No, we don't. Okay, right. Well, in that case, then let's brief our flight. Now all the boxes is set up. So first thing to talk about is the weather. There's nothing really much going on today, apart from that wind shear warning, which wind shear escape maneuver. Remember, if we do get the wind shear alert, we do not change the configuration. If the gear's down, we don't put the gear up. Okay, we're going to be toga anyway. We just want to lower the nose. We need to get that airspeed up. Don't touch anything. Wings level. And then once we're free and we can see the speed trend start to come back to normal, then we can continue as we were. Main thing is do not bank, do not change the configuration of the aircraft. So aircraft type is the A320 with sharklets today as well. No times that are going to affect us today either. Let's talk about the departure then and the procedures, which are slightly different as well. So let me just get the charts back up. Here we go. So we're parked at the terminal. We're parked here somewhere. So we're going to push back and taxi from here via Alpha and backtrack on runway 26 and for takeoff on obviously runway 08. Right, things that we need to do different. We've got a flaps 2 takeoff. We're going to be departing with the APU on. Now, before we depart, we will turn the APU bleed off and we'll have the packs off like a normal departure. We'll take off, we'll get the landing gear up, and once we are away, we are going to pull the speed, and we're going to pull speed and we're going to set speed 150. After climb thrust, and we've set that, we're going to get the APU bleed on, and then we're going to get pack 1 on, and then we're going to get on pack 2. We're going to maintain config 2 until we reach 10,000 feet. At 10,000 feet, then we will, 7,000 feet until 7,000 feet. That's flaps 2 until 7,000 feet. And then, at that point, we will push for managed speed, climb normally, we'll clean up our aircraft on schedule flaps 1, once we're above F speed, flap 0 above S speed, and then once we're at 15,000 feet, it will be packs off. Let's just have a look at the departure route. Here it is. I have no idea what frequency that is. That's not Unicom. That's a random frequency. Yeah, so here's the departure route then. So here we go. Look straight out from Innsbruck, and then yeah. Oh no, someone's broadcasting on the emergency channel. Wonderful. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, 9,500 feet. That's the initial climb. And transition altitude here is 10,000 feet. Okay, MSA, as you can see, that is 11.6. Seriously, go away. Shouldn't be broadcasting on 1215, unless you're making animal noises. So yeah, that's it. So as you can see, lots to think about. Probably more to think about with the departure than there is the actual arrival. So there we go. Right, let's get the APU bleed up and running. As I say, I think everybody's now actually on board. confirm we've still no air traffic control at the minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Easyjet UK Flight 2282, heading to the lovely city of Manchester. I'm Caroline, your lead flight attendant today, and along with my fantastic team, Emily, Jack, Sophie and Oliver, we're here to make your journey as comfortable as possible. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and ensure your hand luggage is securely stowed in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate to ask one of us. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
Okay, refueling is completed, so I can get the pumps on, seatbelt signs on. APU is up and running, so let's disconnect the external power. And the cockpit preparation checklist then, so aircraft acceptance has been completed, our fuel quantity 7 ton balanced, seatbelt signs are on, it is, we've got the 3 nav greens, and power FQ&H is 1021, which is 1,900 feet. Captain HMW, good evening to you. Anders, we do need the APU bleed, but we'll leave it a minute, because once you've got the APU started, leave it a minute, get the APU bleed on, leave it another minute, get the packs on. It just allows all the fumes to disappear rather than throwing them into the cabin, which can then smell a little bit. Hey Caroline, we're all good to go back here, so if you can please arm doors and cross-check.
All right, Captain, arming doors and cross-checking now. Cabin crew, all doors in flight and cross-check.
Right, so let's announce our intentions then on the lovely VATSIM. Innsbruck traffic, Easy 34 Alpha Mike is pushing back, facing to the west on Alpha. Right, beacon lights on, transponders on. That expression's in the green. Here comes the ground crew. They're not in a rush this evening,
Ladies and
are they?
gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Easyjet UK Flight 2282, heading to Manchester. I'm Caroline, your lead flight attendant today, and I'm delighted to introduce our captain, Easyjet sim pilot, and our first officer. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful colleagues, Anna, Lucas, Sophie, and Max. Our flight time today is approximately 1 hour and 56 minutes, cruising at an altitude of 38,000 feet. Now please direct your attention to the front.
Okay, before start checklist, parking brake is on. Takeoff data. 118, 123, 128. Windows are closed. Heads are on flight mode. Doors closed and armed. And the beacon light is on.
To release, lift the top of the buckle. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen mask.
How do I chat to the first officer and the, sorry, how do I chat to the cabin crew, Anders? That is, say intentions, entourage.
Secure it with the elastic band. Breathe.
Lenny, SU1 has not been released just yet. But SU1 Beta is, and anyone can download that and use it. That's what I'm using now. And it does make the sim much more stable, much better. Crash Gaming, you can get our checklist from the Discord server if you want to check that out. I think there's a safety announcement going on in the background there, but we're not bothered about that.
Thank you.
Right, are they going to ask us which direction we want to push, or do I have to give them a little kick? I might have to give them a little kick for some reason. Let's just try it. Yeah, push back, and we want to be facing to the west.
Release parking brakes.
And parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, so engine mode selected to ignition, and we're starting engine 1. Georgia, thank you for the congratulations, and oh, is SU1 now released? Oh, fantastic! Well, definitely use it because it is a game changer. I'm glad I started this stream though prior to that being released, otherwise I would have had to download it all. But that's great news. Peter ATCO is in the house, mate. That is an incredible donation. Thank you so much. Helping us celebrate 50,000 subscribers. An extra Peter Party donation today, mate. Incredible support. That is fantastic. Thank you so much. Really, really generous. And glad you can join us today. We're at Innsbruck, Innsbruck as well, by the way. I forgot to mention that, if anyone was wondering. Right, engine number 1's available. God, that was quick. Okay, engine 1 available, starting engine 2. Crash Gaming, I don't use any Stream Deck, no. Hey Lenny says it's a bit unclear. Some are saying SU1 has been released, others are saying it's just an update to the beta update. They do that a lot.
Parking brake.
I would be surprised. Sorry, parking brake set. I would be very surprised if Sim Update 1 had been released and it wasn't an update to the beta, because they haven't given a release date to that just yet. Hey Legend Killer, this is the Phoenix A320. Right, so engine number 2 is now available. We've got a good engine start on both of those. So, engine mode selectors back to normal. We are going to have the APU bleed off. We're going to leave the APU on, though, for the moment. Anti-ice is not required. On the spoilers, 0's the rudder, and flaps 2.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Oh, Aviate says he's not on the beta and he's just got a
Left is
430
clear,
megabyte
right is
download.
clear.
Excellent. Right, in that case then, it must be available, which is great. I think it's probably the most significant thing to happen to the sim since it was released. I know that wasn't that long ago, but it has made it much more stable for me. Performance is much better as well. And Dark Fury, our MOC is saying SU1 was released 30 minutes ago. There we go. Elliot Woodford, welcome. Oh, Elliot, I'm down your way tomorrow. I've got a long drive to Torquay tomorrow, so that'll be fun. What time are you on? I might catch might catch you on the radio. Hey, Mortal Degree. Right, so we're all good. Let's do a flight control check. I'll go full left, full right, and neutral.
Easy, too far for Mike.
Full up.
How long before you taxi?
Full down. Should be taxiing off in around 60 seconds. Easy, 3-4 Alpha Mike. And the rudder. Full right. Full left. Excellent. Oh, I didn't set the trim. That was naughty. Although, to be fair, it's pretty much where it needs to be. Okay, after start checklist. So anti-ice is off. Ecam status, that's checked. Pitch trims 29. Rudder is neutral. Let's go. Oh, Elliot, you're on the breakfast show. I'm going to miss that. I will definitely not be around for that. Oh, it wouldn't be a normal stream without the master caution for the side stick error. Okay, so we've got no LMCs, no change to our performance. Just a reminder, after we have departed, we're going to pull speed 150 knots. And thrust reduction is about 3,000 feet. Acceleration 7,000 feet. And we maintain flaps 2 until 7,000 feet when we push to level off and accelerate away. Engine out procedure. If we're above 3,000 feet, we will continue on towards the Ratton NDB. If we are not, then we're going to make a left turn back towards the Innsbruck NDB, where we'll continue to climb as we're making that turn, minimum bank 20 degrees. Then once above 6,000 feet, we continue back out towards the Innsbruck NDB. And our initial climb is 9,500 feet. Okay, taxi checklist and flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 2. FMAs 118, 128, climb nav blue 152, 9,500 blue, radar predicted wind shear both on. Engine mode selector is normal, ECAN memo, got takeoff no blue, EFB is stowed. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff. MT Aviation, we are on VATSIM, that's right.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
Innsbruck traffic easy 34 Alpha Mike. Backtracking runway 26 via Alpha for runway 08 departure. Right, let's light her up. Not turn the packs off just yet. And Desperado, celebrating 4 months of channel membership, says congratulations on the 50k. Thank you so much, Desperado. Don't like flaps is correct. It is Fly Lab Studios for the overlay at the top, which usually doesn't work. Let's be honest. Oh, Klaus Hansen's here as well. Hey, Klaus, great to see you. Glad you can join us today. As I said, we will be having a very special 50k sort of all-day stream at some point. I'm going to get that organised, so that should be a great event. But obviously, today is the day that we actually hit that target. So if you are here then and on YouTube, please do hit that like button and help with our YouTube algorithms as well.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Enjoy the champagne, Elliot. None for me, I'm driving. Wouldn't like to live in that house there. Lights will be blinding them every evening whenever there's a turnaround for runway 08. Or perhaps you would like to live in that house there. Okay, reminder there's a potential for wind shear on departure as well. We've already briefed that manoeuvre in case we need it. Yeah, Immortal Degree is Fly Live Studios for the overlay. Doesn't always work though. Okay, let's hold it there and let's get the packs off. And the lineup checklist. So cabin is secure, takeoff runway is full length, runway 08, TCAS TA, RA, packs 1 and 2 both off. We're good to go. Alright then guys, let's do this more complex departure than normal. Innsbruck traffic EC34 Alpha Mike, taking off runway 08. And takeoff. Start the chrono.
Facebook traffic after the A320 Easyjet departure will be backtracking for 08. Just be a bit fun, I think.
And engine stable. Mantoga SRS, auto thrust blue. Knots. V1. Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Thrust climb. Speed 150. Autopilot 1 engaged. Cabin crew haven't turned down the cabin lights, that's terrible. But the view there looks stunning. Okay, so obviously we're above 3,000 feet now, so we are going to, whatever happens, continue. We do have that pack off. Ignore the pack off. I expected that to come because we're not going to do anything about that until 7,000 feet, which is coming now. So cancel master caution. Disregard that ECAM. It will disappear in a minute. Should probably brief that we are going to get that warning so it doesn't scare you. Yeah, team symbol. We've already briefed this, mate. There's a reason that we're doing this and when we're doing it. Right, so that's 7,000 feet. So now we're going to push to level off. Going to get APU bleed on. And then we're going to get pack 1 on. Give it 10 seconds. Okay, so flaps 1. Crash gaming? Yeah, mate, we've briefed this. APU's on for a very specific reason. Someone in the chat who was listening, tell me what that is for. Got no air traffic control, so we're going to continue our climb out. So we'll set standard pressure 180 blue, and we're above airspeed, so flaps 0, spoilers disarmed. No crash gaming, nothing to do with fuel. What's the biggest threat at Innsbruck? Yeah, what is the biggest threat all around us here at Innsbruck? Okay, speed brake, flaps, gear, they're up. We'll get the lights off. Yeah, that's right. That is the biggest threat. Innsbruck has, obviously, the valley, doesn't it? The Valley of Doom. It's not a Valley of Doom, but yeah, that's the big threat. And if something goes wrong...
Easyjet X-ray Lima, departure, contact Innsbruck radar on 128.975.
To a safe altitude, and you may use your electronic devices. Our onboard Wi-Fi service is now available, so feel free to connect and enjoy. We'll be
yeah, if something goes
wrong,
wrong...
38,000 feet today. And our estimated
we
time
want
en route
our
to
engines
Manchester is about 1 hour and 56 minutes.
To have
the weather
full
in Manchester
power
is looking quite pleasant
potential
with a temperature of 12 degrees Celsius and no
and full
precipitation.
performance.
If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you for choosing
So the
Easyjet UK Flight
APU
2282.
is providing power to the packs so the engines don't have to. We want our engines to have all that power. 68 North, Phoenix does work in Flight Sim 24. No drawbacks at all, as far as I'm aware. A little bit of a wind shift there. Did you see it wobble about a little bit? That's cool. Okay, we're now above MSA. So, with that, above 10,000 feet, we're going to go cost index 0. I'm going to go direct to Kogol. Insert. That's making that turn. We'll check our performance. Optimum planned is 3.8, max is 3.9. Excellent. So that's 1,000 feet between those. So let's continue our climb up to flight level 380, and that's done. 380 blue. I will also clear out the secondary flight plan because we don't need that anymore. Hey Lulu, good to see you. You said that much more eloquently than I did. So yes, basically the APU bleed just takes all the pack load off the engine, so you've got maximum performance for the donkeys. And now we get the seatbelt signs off. And we've now got some ATC. Good old Munchen radar. 134.15. Munchen radar, good evening, Easy 34 Alpha Mike, passing flight level 170, request flight level 380, and direct Coco.
34 Alpha Mike, München, Loyal flight, climb flight level 380, proceed direct KMS, Kilo Echo, Mike Echo Sierra.
Continue climb flight level 380 and direct Kemes for Easy 34 Alpha Mike. Okay, so 380 blue is confirmed, and let's have a look at that direct. Where was that to? Kemes, what's that? Is that even in my flight plan? That's not in my flight plan. Oh yes it is.
Lufthansa 3 and X ready, something flight level 300.
And direct Kemes.
Something flight level 300, Lufthansa 3 and X.
Yeah, Lula, I never have to worry about South America.
7 Mike Romeo, contact Langen, 125, that's to the 2 boy.
Come in, 125 to Lufthansa, 7 Mike Romeo, chop.
Landing for level 10, currently for level 120, inbound mix.
Lufthansa 9 Papa München, hello, identified. Proceed direct inbound, climb to flight level 290.
Okay, so passing 15,000 feet, we're going to get the pack 1 off.
From inbound at level 290.
Then we're going to get the APU bleed off.
Wings 125, descend to flight level 110.
Then we're going to get the pack back on. And now we can turn the APU off.
Descend 110, you're right.
And now it's a normal normal ops.
Passing 990, climbing 190. Lufthansa 1245 München, hello, identified, climb to flight level 220. Climbing level 220, Lufthansa 1245.
Don't need the runway information. It wasn't the runway information either. It was the distance I needed for engine out procedures, but that's fine. We can get rid of that now.
78 Uniform November, you identified, climb to flight level 330.
Contact flight level 330, 78 Uniform.
Selection 6 Jacob Harbour, descend to flight level 330.
330, fraction 62 Echo Bravo.
Thanksgiving Building Bravo 040 West 350.
Schlumberger for the right, München low identified Derek Gomik.
Eric Going Bravo 040 West.
With Mark 778, we are ready for departure, hold on 06.
Oh, didn't mean to sit in the right hand seat. Oh, how have I done that? That's not good.
2 knots, runway 06, clear for takeoff.
Runway 06, clear takeoff with Mark
I pressed a button. I don't know what I pressed, but I ended up in the. I've ended up in the first officer's seat. There we go. I had no idea what I pressed there, but I ended up on the wrong seat. Sat on the FO's lap. That's no good. Crash Gaming, I've got a mini overhead panel hardware for that, and yeah, of course, I've got the checklist here in front of me. Of course, in real life, they can shove it down here, look.
Yeah, now 132.160, thank you, Sabaki.
Genix 1849, contact Wien 132.160, bye.
132.160, thank you very much for the ATC.
Hayden UK says amazing lighting and detail. It is.
35 for Mike, squawk 2056.
Squawk 2056 for EZ34 Alpha Mike. Yeah, that's why I really don't mind flying at night in Flight Sim 2024. The night lighting is amazing. Nice and realistic. Oh, Ketin HMW, that's really kind. He says thank you to all your contributions to the sim community. Always the go-to when checking out new stuff, and the live streams are nice to follow. Ketin HMW, that's great. Thank you. Aviation Will, I use FS LTL traffic, which yes is from the fly-by-wire installer, and also FS traffic as well.
Speaker 598, News Board 2177.
Squawking 2177, Speaker 598.
Genix William Oxford, hello, identified squawk 2201, climb over 340.
So we'll get up to cruise, we'll check the fuel, we'll check the SD pages, and the fact that we're going into Manchester today, my home airport, means that we're very comfortable doing that. Crash Gaming model matching means that you've got sort of real looking aircraft and liveries in the sim when flying on the online network.
With 982, descent level 200.
That's flight level 200, first 9082.
This evening, planning to flight level 370 with the 250 kilo.
150. Okay, 2 stations, first Lufthansa 63 Tango, you identify.
Stand by. I can see the audio. Lufthansa
63 Tango, climb level 350.
level 350, Lufthansa 63 Tango.
Captain Rogers, no, I'm sorry, can't really help any more than what I did in that video. A reminder that only works for Flight Sim 2020 though, don't do it for Flight Sim 2024. The textures don't work that way in 2024 for some reason. Might be worth doing it again, following the steps through on the video, because it's very easy to get wrong. It's not a simple procedure, is it? Not in real life sim pilot says I'm doing the same flight as him. Fantastic. What's your call sign? Not in real life sim pilot.
1255, proceed direct DB, Delta Echo Bravo Hotel India. Direct DB, Lufthansa 1255.
Oh, you're Easy 81 X-Ray Lima. That's the real call sign. That's the real call sign for this flight. I was going to do that call sign as well.
We're
But
598.
decided to use our channel call sign for
Clear
tonight's
climb level
flight.
340 initially.
Yeah, Captain Rogers.
778, you identified.
I did find FS
flight
traffic
level
to be better with the
310.
FPS than FSLTL.
River 310, we can 778.
Oh, no, in reality, you actually do the... I always want to do that. I always fancy being a
Kilo climb to
dispatcher.
flight level 310.
310 with the
A
2
lot of responsibilities on those shoulders. Lemon Wolf, thank you so much. Good to see you today. Hey Olivero, back to back to the question bank. Good luck with the exams. Yeah, it'll be fine, Olivero. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. But yes, good luck.
Gen X3 Lima Foxtrot for separation, turn right heading 020.
Oh, not in real life, simple. You're also Matt. Oh, I'll come spend a day with you. You can show me what you
München
do.
radar Lufthansa 67 Tango, flight level
Behind the
110,
scenes.
climbing 120.
Hey, Digger in the flight deck.
First Lufthansa 3 Yankee X-ray, contact Langen 125, decimal 22.
Plazo 750 ETA is 10 p.m. UK time, Zulu time.
Banana Papa Papa, same for you, Langen 125, decimal 2.
125, decimal 2, consign, very good day.
Lufthansa 67 Tango, you identify, climb to flight level 2, collision course level 300.
Captain Rogers also doing CA and these exams at the
Climbing
moment.
300,
But not for
Lufthansa
pilots,
67
fair enough.
Tango.
Not in real life, say pilots, it's behind the scenes of carnage. Oh, yeah. It's like the swan on top of the lake, isn't it? Kicking his legs. Graceful on top. All hell breaking loose down below. Lemon, did I miss the 320 flight deck after flying the A350? I missed my hardware working, that's for sure. Digger in the flight deck, concentrate on that London Gatwick landing. You'll nail it, I'm sure.
Negative for leaving MSFS now, monitor advisor.
Aviation Will Intervals will be releasing a brand new Heathrow for flights in 2024.
München radar, good evening, your wings 4 X-ray Hotel, flight number 350, inbound Armut.
X-ray Hotel, München, hello, identified. Proceed direct debug, descend to reach 100 at debug.
Direct debug and descending to reach 100 at debug, Eurowings 4 X-ray Hotel.
Swiss 992, monitor advisory 1 to straight, bye bye.
Advisory 1 to 2 decimal 8, Swiss 982, bye bye.
München Servus, Lufthansa 980 Papa, passing flight level 125.
Not want to go till we're at cruise.
Level 190, gate 6 correct.
Lufthansa 980 Papa, you identify, climb level 240.
Lufthansa 980 Papa, climbing flight level 240.
Andrew, you've always got to salute Concorde.
Contact Langen 125, decimal 22. 125, decimal 2, Lufthansa.
It's a shame it's not in the sim. That'd be kind of cool.
Gen X3 Lima Fox, direct Q0.
Vince, I think you're right. I think there'll be an update fee if you want to get the premium London Heathrow.
2202.
2202, we just do Foxtrot Kilo.
Kilo direct get so.
Oh, not Elvin Senpai. We've got to look out for that. I do always miss Facebook messages though. So you can probably send it on Discord actually if you're on there.
Say again, we just do Foxtrot Kilo.
Direct get so.
Direct get so with
Hello, thank you for stopping by. You joined us at about 35,000 feet, I think. Oh no, 37. Oh, we're near the top of cruise then. We'll have something to do in a minute.
Blackbird 598, contact Langen 125 decimal 2 bereit.
Here we go.
Lufthansa 67 Tango direct DB.
Hey, Virtual Pilot. Thank you for the
Direct DB,
congratulations.
Lufthansa
And Kabir as well. There we go. Macau Cruise. Although you got yourself the Wingflex Cube, they're nice, aren't they? Solidly built. Good rotational speed as well. I like that. Feels really good compared to the real thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that we've reached our cruising altitude, we'll be starting our snack and drink service shortly. Today, we have a delightful selection, including our popular chicken tikka masala and a delicious vegetarian pasta option. After the meal service, we'll also be offering a range of products from the Easyjet shop. So do take a look at our catalogue. If you need anything, just give us a wave. Thank you for flying with Easyjet UK.
I've got a really sad piece of news, guys. Really, really sad.
Lima Foxtrot, contact Langen 125 decimal 2 bereit.
So you know how I am a Yorkshire tea lover. HD is a Yorkshire tea lover since I convinced him to drink proper tea. The jam and toast tea, which those of you who have followed this channel for years now will know is a favourite tipple of mine. Yorkshire Tea have told us they are discontinuing it.
Lufthansa 6 Tango, monitor Unicom 122.
I know.
128, Lufthansa 6 Tango, bye-bye.
So HD is going to raid his local supermarkets. I'm raiding mine. And then we're going to sell it on the black market. It's awful. Aviation will say intentions. Link in the video description down below for the channel. Cabin crew, if you want to check that out. Barry, I've tried them both. They both work very well. I personally prefer the interface of the Wingflex stuff. Now, Monitor Unicom, I have not tried the breakfast tea. Funnily enough, I've not. I like the biscuit tea as well. The biscuit's good. I've never had the breakfast one. Do you recommend it? I'm gonna have to get something else. So we've checked the SD pages. They're all fine. We'll do a fuel check. Where are we? Chemers. What fuel extra have we got? We took 400 kilograms extra. 400 kilogram extra. Chemes we should have 6. So that should be about 5 tons of fuel. What have we got? 5.2. Perfect.
Flight level 6.
Oh, when did you meant the biscuit tea? Yeah, tried that one. They do have a don't they have a breakfast one as well?
Flight level 380. 380.
Krishan, so you're getting the aircraft locking the localizer but not the glide slope. Are you definitely selecting the right approach? Would be my first thing. So in the approach box, make sure you're not choosing localizer 35 right or whatever runway it is. Make sure you choose ILS. That would be the first thing. The second thing is make sure you capture the glide slope from below rather than being above it and chasing it down. Lenny Brooks says Twining's breakfast. I always thought Twining sounded a bit too posh for me. Not real and Lifetime Pilot. Nighttime tea at sea. I've not tried that one. We're going to have to go on the Yorkshire Tea website and see what other flavours do they do. Company messages just come through. Do they have a bedtime brew one? Yeah, you see, the problem is my bedtime brew normally contains alcohol.
Director was requesting 2 minutes away.
4 minutes late. Ah, pretend we've not seen that. Well, not really. Simple. It says that Tetley's do a digestive one.
With the Foxtrot Kilo.
I always felt that the Yorkshire tea, biscuit tea, was quite digestive in smell, wasn't it? Oh, Lulu, that's a great question.
Contact Langen 124.730.
Was that for me? Apologies, confirm. Was that for Easy 34 Alpha Mike?
Confirm Langen 124.730.
124730, thank you for the service, Easy 34 Alpha Mike. Good night. Lulu, come back to you in 1 minute.
Radar, Ryanair
2473.
246 Delta, hello,
Maastricht, if we can see the game, please. 129-840. 129-840, Lufthansa, Mike Romeo, Joe.
Landing radar, Easy 34 Alpha Mike, flight level 380.
Mob. Send 110 level by Ramov and request runway use at Frankfurt 971.
You're most likely for schedule 25 left, expect both runways down.
Accept both at 25 left possible. Thank you, 971.
Langdon, hello, Channel 14 with the direct
Langdon, busy. Lulu, quick answer to your question. No, just go for the approach and then both autopilots.
Time planable 190, 1500 feet, a minute or less.
At least that's the SOPs we use.
Delta Cargo 8260, rate of climb 1500 feet per minute or greater, and further climb.
And obviously, localizer only if the glide slopes bust.
3 Hotel Kilo, can we request out of practice for 5 minutes?
Approved, report back.
Langdon radar, good evening, Easy 34 and Alpha Mike, flight level 380.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, hello, identified.
Lufthansa 4 Papa,
Lovely.
further descent.
4 Papa, then ready, descent flight level 110, reach level at Kirax.
110 at Kirax, Lufthansa 4 Papa.
During 6 Zulu Lima, descent flight level 250, rate of climb 2000.
Descent 250, rate of climb 2000, during 6 Zulu Lima.
Canary December Alpha Bravo, Langen 125, decimal 2.
Lulu says thanks, wasn't sure what to do with
Alpha Bravo,
the other team, it's localizer only.
1252, sorry, Scanny 7 Alpha Bravo, danke, ciao.
German Eagle 426 Papa, Langen 125, decimal 2.
Captain Rogers, the same Seagull on the channel wanted to watch his vids again but couldn't find it when searching. I'm not sure actually.
Is the frequency say again for Lufthansa Cargo 8260?
Yeah, it's Unicom, sir, 1228.
Sorry, have a good evening, Lufthansa Cargo 8260, Unicom.
I'll have to ask him.
Radar, cruise 15 Echo at flight level 300. Cruise 15 Echo, Langen, hello, identified. Speedbird 971, direct Delta Foxtrot 411.
Direct Delta Fox 411.
Oh, Dark Furies crashed to desktop again. Didn't you get that the other day as well, Dark? Didn't you say it was a scenery caching error or something you thought it was? Right, we're on 5 tons, we're burning 2 ton an hour, so we've got about 2.5 hours endurance time. Should be on the ground in an hour and a half, so we've got a little bit extra then.
So Papa, you came in totally broken. Hello, identified as Degan.
Love listening to ATC.
3 Hotel Kilo, we are back to Coin.
Thank you. So Papa, direct Dina.
Direct Dina, Lufthansa 4 Papa.
Dark, you've had the run out of memory error.
Lufthansa 9 Papa, direct Dina.
You are totally broken. Could you please your internet connection?
Langan radar, could not be line, Mike Papa, now reaching flight level 29.
Hey, Turgay, good to see you in the chat as well.
97 Mike Papa, Langan, hello, attention. We got 97 bottom contact Frankfurt arrival, 120805.
Over to Frankfurt on 1208, confirmed for 97.
120805.
120805, main thanks to the service, Stephen -12.
Wings 8 Hotel Bravo, 1 monitor 1228.
Unicom Chef, Hotel Bravo.
The memory leaks aren't going to be
Zulu Lima, contact
fixed though, are they, until Sim Update 2, so we're going to be stuck with those for a while, I think, sadly. Right, everyone, Sim, enjoy your flight. Hope London are online for me as well. Yeah, Giorgio, so Sim Update is now live and available. Definitely a huge improvement. I hope everyone sees a good improvement with that.
Southwest 561 going to Unicom.
I certainly
Thank you,
have.
bye.
Yeah, Sim Update 1 has been rock solid for me as well. Not even thought about it. Lulu says, not even thought about using 2020 for the last week or so.
Radio check.
Well, I did think about it, but it uninstalled itself. So, doesn't like me.
9 Papa Papa, confirm direct DNAT and then monitor 1228. Bye bye.
DNAT 1228, confirm Papa, good day.
Cruiser 15 Echo, contact mass, stage 12984.
Yeah, Lenny, still no marketplace. Have they actually said when that's going to be coming? Because I think that is going to be that's going to be the big push, isn't it? When that happens, when that's available, that is when people are going to move to flights in 2024. Can't see them doing it before. Desperado saying as well, he's been on the fence for a while now, but with the A350 and also 701, it looks like he should now just take the plunge. Lulu says it's forced me into an Airbus. Don't tell anyone, I'm really enjoying it this time round. If you'd have had the chance, so I'm sure Lulu won't, I'm saying that Lulu used to be a real world airline pilot of the Boeing variety. If you had the chance now, if you could go back and someone offered you the Boeing, the 777, or the 350, or 320 even,
Langdon,
what would you say if you could choose?
21 Mike Oscar, request clearance to carry.
I mean, most people don't get to choose.
Winner 21 Mike Oscar, tower is now online, contact
They're
tower
broke
119
skint and just need to be able to afford to pay the parents back.
Yep, over the tower.
So the 4 Papa Papa, direct Delta Fox 680 in contact arrival 120805.
Direct Delta Fox 680 and arrival 120805, Lufthansa Papa Papa.
Okay, process is online now.
GD says we can have fun with air traffic control with multiplayer. All fly the A350 in the same livery, but Speedbird 1, Speedbird 2, Speedbird... See, I could never fly Speedbird 1. I could never fly Speedbird 1 unless it was in Concord. And I can't fly Concord. Monkey Mike 72 says, Sim Update 1 release notes just said the marketplace is coming shortly. Yeah, but what does that mean? Lulu says, I've asked him a good question. Hey, Christoph, good to see you.
Level 110 rate, 2,000 feet per minute or later.
Descent 110, rate 2,000 feet, operator, Milan Summer Papa.
Spread is Ryanair 7430.
Adrian DE, good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well.
Ryanair 743, Langen, hello,
So we're just going to get some en route weathers.
level 340.
Where should we have a look
Level
at?
340, Ryanair 743.
Easy 3, Alpha Mike, direct waypoint Raflo.
Direct Ravlo, Romeo Alpha Victor Lima Sky, Easy 3-4 Alpha Mike. I just spelled that out because I wasn't 100% certain.
Easy partner, Romeo Lima, Father 370.
Easy 59, Romeo Lima, Langen, hello, attention.
I just confirmed direct Ravlo. Yeah, so I was just getting some... en route weathers, wasn't I? Lenny says now SU1 is out, I'll get the 350. Well, you can use that link in the video description below, Lenny, to get that. If anyone wants to have a look, of course, our channel partner Innibuild, that link down below. And of course, if you're shopping on the Contrail store, don't forget to use our discount code. Again, a link down below and information for that. If we can save you money, then obviously that's what we want to do.
Like a radar, good evening, Speedbird Trap, Whiskey's with you, 370.
Speedbird 3 Whiskey, Langen, hello, identified.
Right, so let's just see what the weather's doing. So that's variable and cavalcade, so I mean that is as easy as it gets. And Amsterdam is cavalcade again, very little wind. Right, let's get information then on Manchester. Send that off, wait for that to come in. Lulu, oh you see, that's interesting. Just the last sentence there says she'd take the A350 over the 787, over the Dreamliner. Did you ever get the opportunity to fly the Dreamliner? Because is it true that if you're rated on the 777, you're also technically rated on the Dreamliner, although they seem like completely different beasts? Right, let's have a name in Manchester. 23 right, runway condition 555. That's great. Light rain. QNH 1007.
Ryanair, hello, Ryanair 2 Tango Romeo, expect level 380, heading 260.
Ryanair 2 Tango Romeo, Langen, hello, identified. Easy 3 Alpha Mike, contact now, Maastricht 129840.
12984, easy 34 off. Mike, thanks for the service, good night.
Bye-bye.
I see trader, good evening, Swiss 1 Quebec Whiskey, flight level 370, inbound Bombay.
Swiss 1 Quebec Whiskey, Langen, hello, identified.
Descent flight 110 with 15 echo.
Who am I contacting?
Yeah, so it's 124, switch 122, that's
oh, it's Maastricht radar, isn't it, that we're talking to?
for fire position.
Master, good evening. Easy 34 Alpha Mike, flight level 380 direct gravel.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, Maastricht, hello, identified. Log on Echo Delta Yankee Bravo.
So I think we've got CPDLC. Let's log on. Don't do this too often. So, ATC, connect. Oh, wrong one.
North 9963, switch 122, decimal 8, sharp.
Can't remember what the connection is in this one. Is it on the comm menu? Nope. Nope. Echo Delta Yankee Bravo. Honestly, I spent that much time in the 350. I can't actually remember where this is. Go back to the start. There we go. Echo Delta Yankee.
15 Echo, contact Bremen radar 124, decimal 8, sharp.
Bremen radar 124, decimal 8, cruise, 15 Echo, tschüss.
Gonzalo SP, thank you.
My airspace now, switch 1228, confirmation there's traffic on Unicom outside my airspace, crossing same level left, right in about 3 minutes.
Can you see my Klima Roger switching to Unicom and we're watching out for the traffic?
Lewis Sims says, I thought I recognised your voice on frequency. Thought I'd probably say hi. Thank you, Lewis, for joining us. We're celebrating hitting 50,000 subscribers tonight. So, yeah, thank you for hopping in. Not a cloud in the sky.
Scandinavian 520, climbing flight level 400, tracking Abden.
Scandinavian 520, Maastricht, hello, identified. Kilo 975, switch 1228, proceed. KLM 975, switch 1228, proceed.
Orbital Princess, good evening to you and thank you.
Kilo 7 Mike Romeo, switch 1228, ciao.
Unicom 228, Lufthansa 7 Mike Romeo, ciao, schönen Abend, ciao.
So...
Ryanair 6 Kilo Romeo, contact Langen radar 124, 730, bye-bye.
We should be on the ground in about an hour and 15 minutes, I'm reckoning. Well done, been accepted.
Eurowing 6 my golf request descent.
Eurowing 6 my golf descent to flight level 280.
Descent to flight level 280, Eurowing 6 my golf.
Radar, good evening, Postman 642, flight level 350.
So our flight route is a bit interesting this evening. So this is the flight route. Doesn't look like the most direct, does it? But there it is. So we've got a bit of icing maybe coming in over the UK. We'll start that descent. I love that. Look at the Alps that you've got where we departed from, and then you've got little Pennine Hills here in the UK. It's like a molehill by comparison, isn't it? So, question for you guys. I like where I've got said a little bit earlier on. I've got a long journey tomorrow, about a 6-hour drive, which, if you live in America, that's nothing. That's just a day out. For us here in the UK, it's the end of the world. So,
for the 544, correct Langen radar 124.
In order to keep my interest alive when I'm actually doing long drives, I quite like to listen to audiobooks. You know, so a bit of a story, something to keep you awake while driving at 50 mile an hour through roadworks with nobody working. For those of you who here in the UK know the M1, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm just wondering, I've not got any books at the moment on the horizon. In terms of what I like to read, I'd love to hear what you guys like as well, if you read books or listen to audiobooks and things. What sort of things do you like? I like just cheap, easy listening stuff. So I loved all the Dan Brown novels. I thought they were some were much better than others. Let's be fair. I loved the Jack Reacher books. Just again, the page turners. You don't have to think too much about them, and they translate really well into audiobooks. So I'm now at a loss. I don't know what to listen to next. So if any of you guys have got some suggestions, then please let me know in the chat. Books of a similar nature, something with a bit of drama. Nothing aviation related. I want to stay awake.
Bye.
Something else I meant to mention as well. I mentioned it on the last stream, but if you weren't here, then I did notice that, or a couple of people told me that YouTube had put in adverts now on our live streams, which were a little bit annoying. Managed to get those turned off, so hopefully now you're not getting interrupted and bombarded with adverts. That's on YouTube, of course. Twitch is slightly different. Bullseye Princess says the construction sites in the UK are not that bad compared to how we do it in Germany. Well, I don't know. I always thought Germans were really, really efficient in what they did. They said they were going to do something, they put their mind to it, they did it. Berlin-Brandenburg Airport is the exception to that rule. How many years did that take? So many things went wrong with the construction of that airport. It's you have to laugh. If you don't laugh, you just cry, wouldn't you? But here in the UK, what we tend to do, for those of you who are unaware, we will have a 3-lane motorway and a hard shoulder. And the hard shoulder is the empty lane where if you break down, you go onto the hard shoulder and you're fine, you're safe. Well, don't stay in the car, get out, go on the back, but you've got somewhere to pull over in an emergency. Here, what we do in the UK is we think, do you know what? Traffic congestion is appalling. Let's turn the hard shoulder into a 4th lane. We don't need the hard shoulder anymore. So then we do that, and we get rid of the whole shoulder. We get rid of the hard shoulder. We don't need it. And then they suddenly realise that when a car breaks down, the whole county comes to a standstill because the breakdown car has nowhere to go. So then what they do is they dig up the lane which they built and replace it with emergency refuge stops every 1,000 yards or something like that. Because we like to waste money in this country. We're very good at it. Just ask the NHS. So when they're building these little pit stops every 1,000 yards or so, they will close 50 miles of motorway to work on half a mile at a time. It really winds me up. I'm very bitter about this. I can't stand 50 mile an hour roadworks when there's no roadworks. taking place. Mitchell Blue says, congrats on the 50k, love the Dan Brown books, have you listened to some of his earlier ones? Mitchell Blue, I have listened to all, let's try and list them now. I actually used to have time to read books rather than listen to them, Mitch. So I read Da Vinci, I read Angels and Demons. Do you know what? I really liked Angels and Demons, the book. The film made it look completely crazy, but I really liked the book, Angels and Demons. Digital Fortress, there's other ones as well. I'm pretty certain I've read them all. The Lost Symbol, God, that was boring. What else was there? The Origin, maybe? Is that the one where they decided to control the population of the Earth by making half the men on the Earth infertile? Might have been that one. Then I think there might have been a couple more that I can't remember. But yeah, I think I've read most of Inferno, Lee. That's the one. Inferno. Yes, that's the one. I quite liked Digital Fortress. Yeah, that was good. Was that the one set in the Arctic? Hey, Tigger, glad you're back. Lee says, I think I know which bit of the M1, although it seems to be most south of Leeds. You know, it is. It's Sheffield way. And then you get the 60 mile an hour speed limits, and the matrix signs say speed limit for air quality control purposes. And you're driving down there in your electric vehicle. Thinking really?
Delta Bravo 433, direct to post 1642.
Flipping out, that's a bright light down there, isn't it? Langdon Radar's got nice and quiet this evening, haven't they? What that is. It's not like I can zoom in very far. Is it a nuclear power station? See, I just wish the textures were a bit crisper, but that might be my graphics settings, because I don't have it turned on as, you know, super high quality, because otherwise that's just going to crush my memory and we get crashed to desktops if we do that. So how many people have just downloaded the Sim Update 1 now has come out? Bubbles Operator says, we often drove from Birmingham down to Dover and never got stuck in a traffic jam caused by a construction site. But London traffic, we got trapped there off. Oh, look, yeah. It amazes me how many cars there are in London. Because if I lived in London, I would not have a car. The
Radar, good evening, Wi-Fi.
Is amazing. That is the London Underground. I'll get anywhere on the Underground. Underground and walking. It's not like there's hills in London, is it?
And confirm 350 final limit.
Happy to walk around.
Final limit.
Kelm 42 Whiskey, switch 1228, Totsins, 2.5.
Ooh, Lenny, you cynical person, you. Lenny says, I wonder if anyone else gave them a nudge to release Sim Update 1 to transport the A350 sales. That is so cynical. Not saying you're wrong, though. Mitch Cobbler says he's going to download Sim Update 1 in a couple of hours when he gets home. I think you will notice a difference. It'll Fly says, congratulations on the 50k. Thank you so much. Adam, my Thrustmaster Pendular rudder pedals, I think they are pretty linear with a dead zone in the middle. Just so if I've got my feet on them, it's not putting any inputs in. Joel Ellis, good evening to you. Hey Lenny, it's a good thought. It's a good thought.
185 climbing 240.
Omega Alpha Maastricht, hello, identified. Continue climb level 310, confirm requested level.
Everyone will be downloading Sim Update 1 now.
Requested level would be 350.
Roger, I call you back. Please log on Echo Delta Yankee Bravo.
That's a good point.
We do that.
We're logged on Echo Delta Yankee Bravo. I can't actually see the notifications if I'm sat looking out the window. So I'll have to look out of this window instead. Just got some chill out music in the background, and we've got the North Sea coming up. Amsterdam round here. Whereabouts are we crossing the channel? Oh yeah, Amsterdam straight in front of us. Look. Down there somewhere. It really is clear, isn't it? Do like that view.
Unser 489er Maastricht.
We just need night lights on other aircraft to work so they can be illuminated. That's quite a big thing.
Scandinavia 8271, 17 miles from Ham, currently past flight level 150 for flight level 242.
9271 Maastricht identified, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, Scandinavia 9271.
Joel says he's not played Flight Sim in a few months. How's everyone finding the FPS on Flight 24 compared to 2020? See, this is the thing that... am I in the minority here? Do you know what? I'm going to put this to a poll. I'm going to make a poll and you guys can answer this. So basically I want to know, in terms of performance and FPS, which I know everyone craves, which sim gives you the best performance and an FPS? Now, for me, I get better performance in Flight Sim 24.
250 down to and 2000 hours or more, post 642.
Lulu, I have to agree with that as well.
Switch 1228, bye.
I think the rudder control, overall the handling
Right now
is
175, switch
far better in Flight Sim 24. Digger in the flight deck, just run the game, it'll download automatically.
From the flight line Maastricht identified, climb flight level 350.
So, one of the first things I did when Flight Sim 24 came out was I jumped in a Cessna 152. Hang on. Friedrich Bosdo will call. Yeah, so one of the first things I did was jump in a Cessna 152 or 172, whichever Cessna it is that you've got here in Flight Sim 24. Load up the aircraft at my local airfield, and I flew circuits in it, just as I do in real life. And instantly you could tell everything was better in Flight Sim 24. The handling of the aircraft, the power that the aircraft had, the stability of it, and how it reacted. And it was perfect. Absolutely, you know, it was so good compared to real world flying. I also had the opportunity as well to try it with VR. So I put VR headset on. This is again Flight Sim 24. Again loaded up the local airfield and the Cessna, and my God, it was like I was actually there. I came back from flying one day, got into the VR headset in Flight Sim 24, put it on, it was like, this is crazy. Really freakishly good.
142, contact Bremen, radar 124, decimal 175, bye bye.
124, 175 for postman 642, bye bye.
And the flight dynamics of it were just perfect. They were fantastically good. 2020, the aircraft were very, particularly the Cessnas, they were very, very overpowered. You had to take everything with a bit of a pinch of salt. But 2024 just felt a lot more refined in what you were doing. David English, good evening to you, mate. Hope you're doing well. During the flight that says, I would say Flight Sim 2020 for him, because 24 was a record release, and it still doesn't give me the best FPS. It's terminated. Okay. And we're on to Unicorn. So, I don't think you can compare the wreck of the release. It's that has nothing to do with the performance that we're getting in Flight Sim 2024 now, is it? I mean, the release was a wreck. It was an absolute wreck. No arguments there. But once all the servers had calmed down and all of that, I still got, like for like, I got much better performance in 24 than I did 2020. And that's how it should be. It's better optimized. It's much better optimized. So that's exactly what we should get. That was the whole point of them actually bringing out Flight Sim 24, wasn't it? Because they said they'd taken 2020 as far as they could go in terms of optimization. So that's what they were looking to do now. Is that now being logged off? God, I love that view. A beautiful view. Elliot says his performance in 24 is lots better. Yeah. Yeah. So, are we going to overfly Schiphol? We might be. So, well, we're going to be very close to it. Yeah, we're literally going to overfly it. We've got Rotterdam down there, and we've got Schiphol. A little bit of a wind shift there. I just saw that. So, Rotterdam down there somewhere. We've got Schiphol straight ahead. So that is Amsterdam in front of us. I mean, that looks really nice. Hey Caroline, how's everything going back there? Just for your information, we're about to fly straight over Amsterdam if you wanted to let passengers know.
Hi Captain, everything's going smoothly back here. Thanks for the heads up about Amsterdam. I'll let the passengers know. If there's anything else you need, just give me a shout.
Packet of Walker salt.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Caroline, your lead flight attendant speaking. Just a quick update from the flight deck. We're about to fly straight over the beautiful city of Amsterdam. If you're seated on the left side of the aircraft, you might catch a glimpse of its iconic canals and architecture. Enjoy the view, and thank you for flying with Easyjet UK today.
Yeah, so there's Schiphol then. Runway 18 centre, 18 right, runway 28 I think it is. Lenny says he had doubts about the sim being cloud-based, but his performance is much better. It's almost like they've connected a few hundred extra servers, Lenny, isn't it? Because it was awful when it first came out. It's a bit of an immersion killer though, just watching Amsterdam Airport appear in front of us now. There's it's almost like someone's put a penny in the meter as all the electricity has just come on at Schiphol. George Trips, it is Say Intentions. Yeah, Say Intentions Entourage gives us the cabin crew. I mean, to be fair, that is a pretty decent view, don't you guys agree? Wings of Metal, thank you so much. See, Elliot, I don't do career mode, so that doesn't make any difference to me. But I can understand people who do want to do career mode, because it's a great thing. For those people that want a goal, I suppose. Something to work towards. And I spent my youth playing simulation games. Sim City, Theme Park, Theme Hospital. Oh god, what else? Populous, Age of Empires, golden age of the PC game. And there was always a goal, something to work towards. Maybe not so much with Sim City. I had all the Sims actually. I really enjoyed Sim Farm. Everyone ever play that one? I had Sim Farm, Sim Tower. I never played Black and White earlier. What was that all about? Oh, there was another one as well around at the time that I never played. Oh, I think there was something to do with farming.
People traffic, close under 7 Mike Romeo established ILS, runway 183, people traffic.
Lenny, I can believe career mode is more popular than free flying. Definitely can believe that because of what it gives you, that sense of something to do, something to work towards. Clever Trevor's in the chat. Hey, Clever. Celebrating 50 months of channel membership and congratulations on the 50k. Thank you so much. Jeff Tripp says A320 on the Amiga. I had that. That was my first flight sim, Jeff. Then I got flight sim 95, I think it was. Lee says truck sim during lockdown started me off. I mean, lockdown's responsible for a lot of people simming. Jeff says it still goes to the charts. They came in a massive book, Jeff, didn't they? A proper Lufthansa book. I think those charts now, Jeff, will be rather out of date by about 30 years. Maybe more. Didn't it come out in something like 1989? Bulbasaur Princess says, my dad installed Flight Sim 2004 on the PC back in the day and you got hooked. That was the last one before FSX, wasn't it? Oh, Elliot, that means we're a similar age, my friend.
Pacific, Lufthansa 7 Mike Romeo, short final, runway 183, 3 miles to go. Before the
Hey, Drew. Jeff, you weren't actually serious, were you? You weren't really using the old Amiga Airbus A320 charts when flying now on VATSIM, were you? Please tell me, please, Jeff, tell me you weren't. Manchester's only got one runway in those charts.
Thank you.
I was hoping you were joking there, Jeff. Although, can you imagine? My chart was valid 1989. Well, Jeff, that runway in an hour and 20 minutes actually gets closed, so you'd be stuffed then. Hey Drew, it says, remember the other day when I said that wear and tear is done by the livery, as long as you use the same livery, after the batteries and all those things, tires. Yeah, that's right, same livery and same sort of, same registration, yes. Lee Rose, mate, thanks so much. So congratulations, take a bow. I'd headbutt the desk if I did that. Alright, that's it, we're now over the North Sea. Jeff says the last time we chatted I reported the moose on the runway. Jeff, was that you? At Stockholm? I remember that. That was one of the funniest things I've ever heard on VATSIM. There's a moose on the runway. Someone needs to clip that and post it. Oh, Wings of Metal. I was never clever enough for Elite. Couldn't do that. See, I'm waiting for Chase Plane to come out, so we just get views like this all the time. I'm sat here with my hands on the keyboard, giving you these beautiful panoramic views of the aircraft. Chase Plane will do all this automatically. Lee, I've no idea when Chase Plane is actually out, but it'll be good, won't it? I just love Chase Plane in FSX. McSallion, that is the beautiful thing about being live and streaming when an update drops. Everybody tells us about it. So, thanks for that, McSallion. But yes, we do know it's now live. Obviously, I'm on the beta version anyway. Get the update when I get back next week. Placebo, how many less FPS will you have in 24 compared to 2020? Placebo, you should get none. In fact, you should get more. At least I do. McStallion, thank you so much. Right, let's just go back in the flight deck and make sure nothing's bleeping at us. Oh no, all is good. Right, 45 minutes we'll be on the ground in Manchester. Top of descent is coming up. We should probably do some sort of briefing then, shouldn't we? Let's just start with a landing calculation. I mean, this should always be fine because, well, it's a nice long runway. But let's just grab the latest weather and ATIS information for Manchester, if it's online and available. Bubbletime Princess is now going to try the updated sim with my beloved Beluga. We've never done Beluga flight yet on stream. We need to do one because I do like the Beluga. Oh, flipping heck. Not going to make much difference, but cost index should have been set to 4. Where are we? Oh yes. Oh, there's no Manchester ATIS event. Oh, never mind. That's a shame. In that case, let's just get the latest weather from Manchester. Then we'll do our landing calculation and go through setting everything up. Next step, 100k, Elliot. Well, that'd be nice. If I get to 100k, do you think I can just do this full time? It would be rather cool. Right, Manchester weather. Winds 180 at 7. Visibility is fine. QNH is 1008. So just pre-selecting these. And no significant changes. It's fine. Alright, landing weight. It's going to be 57, 58, 59, 60, 60 and a half ton. 60.5 ton. Okay. So... 23 right, 60.5. We will use flaps 3. Perfect. No break to vacate in this aircraft though. Elliot says he's got 4 AM start for the breakfast show, need to turn in soon. Safe drive though to these parts, and I'll watch your landing tomorrow. No problem, Elliot. Shame I won't be able to listen to you in the morning. I won't be around. Well, I'll be on my way to you. So that's landing calculation done. So that's all fine. Let's have a look at setting up the blocks and the charts and all of that. Now, of course, we know Manchester very, very well. It's my home, so the brief will be not very complicated. So, as the op-ed 1 mic arrival, we might be able to get a shortcut. And so what normally happens, and this happens in real life, we come in from op-ed towards goals. We normally never quite make goals, and we get a little bit of a cheeky direct, sort of almost a beam Doncaster Airport, and we fly over Doncaster Airport, over my house around here, and then pick up the ILS straight in. And KLM pilots are notorious when flying from Amsterdam into Manchester. Basically getting to this point game, hey, can we get the shortcut, can we get straight in? Rather than have to fly all the way up to Rosen and the Hold, etc. near Pole. So that, as long as there's no traffic around, that's going to be my plan this evening. Christian, good evening, Christian. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, so that's my plan. To come off the start just before goals and basically almost go direct to Innsbruck ILS, which there's no ATC and there's no aircraft around. That's fine. MSA just remembers we're doing that. It's going to be 3,500 feet. It's our platform altitude as well. So yeah, that should work for us. Let's get the arrival chart up. There's no speed restrictions as well for this. I've just seen Dark Fury and Jayhawk and Christian all enter the chat. Does that mean someone on the Discord live stream's now crashed and you've finished? So, arrival into Manchester, yeah, so platform altitude, 3,500 feet, 3 degree glide slope. We've got puppies on the left, they're also set to 3 degrees, that's fine. Very small display threshold. And minimums are 450. Let's go to the RevNav page. In fact, no, let's just go to the fixes page. And get in Echo Golf Charlie 2 3 right, 12 miles, so it's 4,000 feet. Radnar page, we're then going to put in the Mike Charlie Tango. Hey Kuna, so the problem with the web version at the moment, we've got a snag in that it keeps giving incorrect V speeds compared to the app version. The app version's really good, really accurate, and it's because it's something to do with the wind corrections that it keeps messing it up, and we're just trying to sort out what that is. That's basically the reason for the hold up. I never cleared out the radar page actually. There we go. We'll just get Paul Hill in on the right. Christian says he was testing stuff until now. Now he's tired. Right, we've gone from Innsbruck to Inn. The runway identifier. It's quite nice. So radar page is done. Echo Golf Charlie Charlie 2 3 right. Let's get that in. What are we? We're about 165 miles away. Descent will start shortly. We'll let cabin crew know in a bit. We'll just copy the active flight plan. Go to the performance page and pop in the QNH, which is 1021, I think. Minimums are 450. QNH is no, it isn't. It's 100 the QNH. Oops, 1008. Kuna, thank you very much. We've got temperature of 12 degrees. The wind's 1807. And we're doing a config 3 landing. Andy Boyce, good evening, sir. Great to see you. Thank you for the congratulations. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we've got all the box set up. First clouds we've seen on our trip today. Of course, they'd be over England, wouldn't they? Okay, so just to give a brief, as I say, it's Manchester. We know Manchester very well. It's not a massive brief. So, as I've said, we are going to, on the outbound Mike arrival. That's this arrival here. If there's no aircraft in front of us, we'll get the shortcut. So basically, just prior to goals, where it's flight 170 at goals, we're going to fly more or less straight in and intercept the ILS, more or less straight in all the way across from here, over Doncaster Airport, over my house, pick up the ILS 2-3 right, and we're doing MSA as we're doing that is 3,500. We've got a little bit of terrain, we've got the Pennines, which we're aware of. MSA 3,500 keeps us nice, well, and clear of that. And then the arrival itself is an ILS arrival 2-3 right, normal 3 degrees. Spoken about the display threshold, we've got the pappies, we've got the little hump as well on the runway. We'll try and flatten that as best we can. Minimums are 450, it's a Cat 1 approach. The go around is straight out and then with a right hand turn, climbing 3,500 feet, and then ATC will take it as vectors. If not, then we'll just vector ourselves back in for another approach. But yeah, basically this approach is turn right, back to 3,500 feet. Once we've landed, we vacate to the right, taxi Bravo, and then park stand 4, 6, 8, 10, not 12, because there's usually an Emirates in it. Jumped in. So that's our brief. Boarding time, mate. Thank you so much for a very, very kind super chat. It says, will you ever do a shared cockpit with your controls? It's the best way to fly and do the CRM flows. It would be really fun for the stream. Congrats on the 50k. So boarding time, the problem we've got with stuff like that is I'm not quite sure how well at the moment it works with Flight Sim 24. I haven't got Flight Sim 2020 anymore. It's uninstalled itself. I'm not joking either when I say that. So I don't even know if that works and how well the Phoenix sort of represents it, so to speak. But you are right. And realistically, the only way you can do failures, big failures, is to have two people there, because trying to do like an engine out procedure or, you know, a double hydraulics failure, when there's just one person, it's not possible. One person's got to fly the jet, the other person's got to shoot the problem. One person can't do both. Another reason why having less than 2 pilots in the flight deck is a really bad idea. Kosovo Country Ball, I always choose the aircraft, mate. Unless you're going to say something like a hot air balloon. We could just take a hot air balloon now, couldn't we? Just go and drift over London. On passing. Is that even allowed? Where's Dark Fury? Here, can I take the hot air balloon on passing? You'd probably just have to be in Class G airspace, wouldn't you? Hey guys, just letting you know at the back there, about 5 minutes we'll be starting our descent into Manchester. Camera crew can start prepping for the arrival. Doors to manual.
Thanks for the heads up, Captain. We'll make sure everything's ready for the descent. Let us know if there's anything else you need from us.
She's not brought me a cup of tea on today's flight. Probably rationing the Yorkshire tea now. They're stopping making my favourite flavour. So the cabin crew is from Say Intentions, which is really cool. Lulu says whatever happened to Toby in his disastrous he was just a walking disaster, wasn't he? I think we sacked the cabin crew. But yeah, you're right. You're right. We've not had Toby for a while, have we? Although Toby wasn't wasn't in the cabin crew, was he? He was just spoken about. Yeah, you can use the cabin crew part while that's it. You just turn air traffic control off. That's it. Turn air traffic control off and just use the cabin crew. Hey, Flying Picket, thanks so much. Says really enjoy your streams and content. Curious to know how much you fly each week on average. Congrats on the 50k. As much as time will allow, Flying Picket. I think that's the most accurate answer. Because let's face it, it's fun. And we've got you guys to chat to as well, it's even more fun. Right, apparently Manchester ATIS is now available. Let's see if we just pick that up. 121.98.
The 50 Zulu, automatic, runway in use, runway 23 right, single runway operations, transition level 65, wind 180 at 7, visibility 10 kilometers or more, 2,800 scattered, temperature 2.7, QNH 1008, delivery is closed, ATC continues with ground on 121.855. Data link clearances are available. Log on Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Echo.
Okay, got everything we need there.
Manchester.
And that's our top of descent. So, let's go down. And as I'm going to take a shortcut, we're going to wind that down. We'll go flight level 170. We'll pop it into open descent. Thrust line open descent. 170 blue. I can see now why there's icing detected on the charts when we're flying through those clouds. Really do like the A350 where they show your profile. So obviously we're above the profile at the minute. I'm now diving to catch that up, which we will catch up there at Opbed, as you can see. But instead of having to go to the progress page here, where it says VDEV, so we're about 700 feet above the profile at the moment. I love the fact that on the 350 it would just says 07 for 700 feet. That's really really neat. Just means you don't have to keep looking down there. Which isn't too bad if, you know, you're in the actual flight deck, but in the sim, can be a bit of a pain. Right, so we just pulled speed and we set speed 270. What we could do, you know, here's a little cheat for you. Wouldn't ever do this in real life, but if we yeah, so let's think about this. Let's just go to our flight plan, because I said I was going to make this little this little shortcut. What we can do is after Otbed, before goals, I'm going to put a waypoint in. So I'm going to put a waypoint in down here, look, after Rosen, and then we're going to go direct to it. And the waypoint is going to be Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, runway 23 right, and the heading is going to be 052, and if we put that at 15 miles out, and that's now place bearing distance 1. Let's see if, make sure I put that in the right place. Yeah, there you go. Place bearing distance 1. We're going to go direct there, we'll be straight on the ILS. So I'll insert that. And then at place bearing distance 1, as that is 15 miles out, then if we go over here, and tell that ought to be at 5,000 feet, and at that point, probably about 200 knots. I have literally just built up the perfect approach. Now, we can only do that because we've not got any air traffic control around, but that's how that's going to work for us. Wally Huzak, mate, good evening, sir. How are you? Good to see you. Boeing versus Airbus. Who wins? Yes, we are indeed in the Phoenix aircraft. Anti-ice on. Got a company message come through, and that then probably be our stand number. What we can expect. Stand 1. Wonderful. So once we've turned right, we're backtrack down on taxiway Bravo, then stand 1 is right here in the corner. So we'd expect Bravo and then Juliet Echo stand 1. Good old 2137. I'm very well. What's up with you? QHA is 1008. Okay, and now we're going to do exactly as we said. So, we're almost in line between Doncaster and that waypoint we created. So now, I'm just going to copy that to flight plan in case ATC come on and then I have to revert to it. But now we're going to go direct to that waypoint. So let's go direct, place bearing distance 1, insert, and that is our ILS intercept done. And now we need to wind the speed up because we are above the profile. Time to start concentrating then, guys. Grant says he's excited he's about to start PPL training. That is awesome. You're doing it at the right time of year as well, because the weather's just starting to get better. Ah, Das Higgy, I remember. I am that old, sadly. Grant 2137, the thing is, flying little Cessnas, Pipers, whatever, you can do it in the winter, and you get some really, really good days when it's freezing cold and there's not a cloud in the sky. It is brilliant. Unfortunately, chances are you're going to be on a grass runway, which is sodden from the day before, so it wrecks the chance to fly. Okay, 20,000 feet. And we're going to continue that descent all the way down. 80 blue, still an open descent. Hey guys, started the descent now into Manchester, and we're estimated we'll be on the ground in about 15 minutes, if you want to let everyone know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Caroline, your lead flight attendant speaking. We've just started our descent into Manchester and expect to be on the ground in about 15 minutes. Please ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened, your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright positions, and all carry-on luggage is stowed safely. We'll be coming around shortly to collect any remaining service items. Thank you for flying with Easyjet UK today, and we hope you had a pleasant journey with us.
Lee says he was probably on one of those Britannia ones. Christian says, don't forget, if you miss the hump on 2-3 right, it's cheating. I always try to land on the other side of the hump. the downslide. Yes, Lulu, we've got Caroline today. She's our professional. Right, let's get seatbelts on. And we're going down 5,000 feet. And we'll set standard local pressure. So we've now got we're about 1,000 feet underneath the profile. That's fine. We'll just keep that coming down a little bit. Let's run the approach checklist. So the Barra QNH is 1008. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums are 450. Auto brake, don't really need it. We'll use auto brake low though. Engine mode selector is normal, and EFB is stowed. We all like Caroline Lee. Professional to the end. So we're flying straight over Doncaster. Can't see it. I'll fly straight over my house. Can't see that either. Dassi says he flew Britannia 73 from Manchester to Geneva on a school trip back in 1983. My God, how much did that cost back then? Some friends of ours have been telling us about their high school kids going on skiing trips. It's like £2,000, £3,000. Christian. I didn't know they had that song in Germany. I thought it was too happy for them. Right, let's start slowing it down. speed 250, and we'll also activate our approach phase now. Christian says he feels offended, but just a tiny bit. Oh, I can't. Well, we're going to miss the. We're going to miss Doncaster. Well, that is Doncaster. I think that is the city of Doncaster there. Looks like a bit of rain cloud there. Manchester traffic Easy34 Alpha Mike is 40 miles to the east Manchester. Inbound, capture the ILS at 15 miles out. We're 23 right. Both Sapling says we have a great sense of humour and understanding of fun. Sometimes. I love the little caveat. That's like it says my nana was from Doncaster. Well, honestly, I'm probably flying straight over our house now, which is what happens a lot. In fact, it's not Meadowhall, is it? Looks like a Meadowhall shape. That's the city of Sheffield. Somewhere down there is the stadium of the greatest football team ever to grace this planet. I may be slightly biased. If it was daylight, I'd be able to pick things out for you. But it's a bit more difficult at night. How he says the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah. Did you not know they've moved? MSA is 3.5, remember, so we know even with the Pennines here we're going to be absolutely fine. Francis didn't realise you could see Anfield from there. Don't swear at me. Okay, happy to pop her into normal descent mode now as we're nicely below the profile. Richard, but Coventry City is in Coventry. Walsall's a lot further southly. Ooh, looks like it's dumping some rain down there. I think we're going to miss that though. That little trick though we did is a great way to sort of get you nicely intercepting the ILS, particularly here in the UK when there's no ATC. Because we just stay on this, we'll literally just stay on this track now. Wolverhampton Wanderers, you love the team for their weird logo. Isn't it just a picture of a wolf's face? India November is identified. So just remember guys, if you haven't done so already and you have enjoyed our flight tonight, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not already a subscriber, make yourself 50,001 this evening. Hey, Chibi, you're are you the Qatar flight in front of us? I've not actually got you on TCAS, if you are. I'm 23 miles out though, so still a way to go. Grand 137, thank you so much for the follow.
traffic, Ryanair 6879, clear runway 23 right, Sonic 1, Manchester.
Hauser says I was just 50,001. Thank you so much, Hauser. I appreciate that.
Liverpool traffic with Malta 9er Kilo Zulu is inbound from the east via the Paul Hill, 1 Lima arrival, Liverpool traffic.
And we're going to now just do a nice slow descent down. So VS 300 and 4,500 blue. Manage the speed, Alt glide slope, lot blue, cap 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
Manchester traffic after company arriving, line up to right.
Ibby Jimmy, it is actually me, yes. Manchester traffic EC34 Alpha Mike establishing ILS 23 right 17 mile forward.
Manchester traffic, just FYI, there's a guy sat on the runway that's just sat there for a minute, so you could probably go for Manchester.
That'll be fun. Thank you for the update, EC34 Alpha Mike. And look at that, bang on that glide slope. We're going to pick up the localizer now. And that's where creating that fix for the intercept point really works for us. There you go. Everything's just working perfectly. Right, flaps 1, speed checked. Flaps 1. Dancing, you don't get a plaque. No, we need to double it before we get a plaque, unfortunately. Glide slope lock start. So our missed approach altitude is 3.5, so we'll get that set now. If anyone can go on VASPA or anything like that and let me know the call sign of the aircraft that is sat on the runway, I can delete it so we won't see it. Placo, are the physics different in 24? They are much more realistic, for sure. Got a 33 watt knot headwind at the moment that's really helping us slow down. We'll get flaps 2 out in a second then, because that wind is going to drop off.
Traffic Ryanair 23 Victor Alpha lining up 23 right behind arriving D350.
And Manchester traffic EC34 Alpha Mike established 23 right 11 mile forward. Flaps 2, speeds checked. Flaps 2.
Manchester traffic, Cathay 216, holding in Juliet 1. Manchester traffic.
So this is where we just need to be a little bit careful. We've also got ground speed mini doing its thing.
Manchester traffic on final.
Oh, look at the rain. I love the rain effects in this.
Slower speed once the A350 is off, I'll be going.
And Manchester traffic EC34 Alpha Mike 9 mile final will hold 160 knots till 4 DME.
Much appreciated, right?
Okay, master caution, disregard, clear he can. But that rain just looks phenomenal, don't you think? Much better than 2020.
Traffic, Ryanair 23 Victor Alpha departure, right, Manchester.
Also, do you see sometimes you get that little wave there as you get a bit of a wind gust and it blows the ripples? That is awesome. That looks absolutely beautiful.
Manchester traffic, Charlie 3, Papa Purple
Mr. Open, is this SU or Sim Update 1? It is. It's actually the Sim Update 1 beta because this I started the sim before the thing was released. And Fruit Bat has just made it home time. Thanks so much, mate. You get to see the landing, the best bit. Right. Manage speed, gear down, spoilers armed, lights on,
right, immediate departure.
flaps 3.
Manchester, from Ryanair 23 Victor Alpha cleared, 23 right, full 5 Rover departure, last call, Manchester.
Manchester traffic easy 3-4 Alpha Mike, 5 mile final 2-3 right. And the landing checklist, cabin secured, go around, altitude is 3,500 feet set, Eco memo, landing node. Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Cabin crew, take seats for landing.
Yeah, Dazzy, he came out about an hour and a half ago. So that wind should drop off in a moment. But that rainstorm, did you see the rain effects on the windscreen? I think were phenomenal now.
Cathay 216 rolling, 2 right.
Right, my aircraft to mess up with.
1,000.
1,000 feet.
Manchester traffic, 10X123 Yankee lining up, 05 left.
Someone's lining up 05 left. Are they kidding? Manchester traffic 05 left, not in use. You've got oncoming landing 2 mile final.
What's that? All in now?
Oh, I do love children. I keep telling myself that.
500.
Stable. He sounds
Cathay
like
216 airborne, passing 1,000 feet on the Sonic from Romeo departure, and just traffic technical.
Tell you what, it's a little bit windier than I was expecting.
100 above.
You see how we have to fight it a little bit? Just got a bit of a gust there. It's just giving us a bit of lift that I didn't want.
Minimum.
Continue.
100.
Light slow. Light slow. Light slow.
30, 20, retard.
Okay, so spoilers, I presume. Reverse green, decel. Manual brakes, reverse is off. Ah, that was a little bit windier than we were expecting. And there we get to wave at airliners live. Manchester traffic runway 23 right vacated.
Hello, Captain. We've successfully parked and are ready to begin deboarding.
What?
I'll make the announcement to the passengers now.
Don't think we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester. We've safely landed and are now parked at the gate. On behalf of Captain Easyjet Simpler to the First Officer, we hope you have a wonderful stay here, a lovely vacation, or safe travels to your next destination. Thank you for flying with Easyjet UK on our Airbus A320 today. The weather here is a pleasant 12 degrees Celsius, with some clouds, but no precipitation. We hope you enjoyed the flight and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Is she
Goodbye
high?
and take care.
She must be. Manchester Ground, good evening, Easy 34 Alpha Mike on Bravo.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, Manchester Ground. Hello, welcome to Manchester. Taxi stand number 1 via Bravo and Juliet Echo.
Bravo Juliet Echo for Easy 34 Alpha Mike, thank you. I think Caroline's been helping herself to the duty free. Oh well, do you know what? I really enjoyed that flight. It yeah, just a perfect way to bring in the 50,000 subscribers. And as I say, we will be doing a special 50k streaming event. No idea what I've got planned for that yet. We'll probably have a few giveaways as well during that one as a big thank you. Hey Steve, emergency shoots have just been deployed. Sasha, you have to use things like GSX if you want to see the passengers. Speaking of GSX. Here comes that rain again. You know the precipitation, Caroline, that you said wasn't actually around? We'll check out the replay of that landing as well in a couple of minutes. Commander Fraser, is it common for pilots to use the rose during the landing? Do you know, I always used to use it, and then I was told actually, no, probably not. The only time you'd use the rose is in base training, because you want to see the full flight plan. You know, if you're going to have a go around, the rose is no good to you.
Shanix 3 Lima Foxtrot Manchester ground, so welcome to Manchester. Taxi stand 109er via Alpha, Delta, Echo and Zulu Orange.
Just in time for all our passengers to get wet. Don't think I've got my GSX profile set up properly. He seems rather excited, and there's a video docking guidance system there that's not working. Right, we'll get the parking brakes on. Oh, enjoyed that. Right, let's get the replay keyed up then, shall we? So, I need to come off VATSIM for that. No Easyjet umbrellas, Lee. No. None of those. Easyjet umbrellas, that sounds like something that costs money. We're not going to have that. Right, let's hope the replay works. It doesn't always work with the Phoenix aircraft in 2024. So we'll have to see. Sometimes the sim crashes, sometimes it doesn't work at all, so yeah, let's find out together, shall we? Oh, it's not going to work. No, it's not working. That's really annoying. Yeah, that has basically now crashed the sim. It's SkyDolly that I use for that. 9 times out of 10 it does work, but now just occasionally the daft thing doesn't. Right, well, let's just try and do the deboarding process then. I'm not sure if this is going to work actually now. In fact, no. You see the time stopped, so I don't think anything's going to work now. We've got the parking brake on. If I shut down the engines, then everything should die, because I've not actually got the APU running. I can't get the APU running now. No, I busted the sim. Oh well, guys, I'm sorry about that. We won't get to see the replay. But you can have a look at this beautiful view of our aircraft, and in the Manchester corner, where there is apparently no precipitation. That is a lie. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm absolutely thrilled at 50,000 subscribers. It is beyond anything I ever thought was ever going to be possible. Please do leave a like as you're going. Don't forget to jot down our Easyjet discount code as well if you're shopping on the Contrail store. Sim Update 1 is now out, so if you're waiting for the Airbus A350, link in the video description to intervals, go and grab yourself that, because you do need Sim Update 1 for that to work. So I'm really glad that that has indeed dropped. I'm now away until next week. I'll be around on our Discord server as per usual. So yeah, that is our last live stream of the last live stream of the week. So really glad that it was a flight bringing us home to Manchester. I love coming into Manchester. It's my local airport. I know it well. We had a beautiful, beautiful shortcut. Lovely little bit of weather as we were coming in. We got to see that rain in action, and yeah, thankfully, quite a decent landing as well to finish it off. Thanks so much, everyone. Easyjet Impact channel members, a special mention to all of you guys. You are absolutely amazing. A huge thanks as well to everyone who's contributed, donated, and supported us during our flight this evening, and just to everyone in general, both Twitch and YouTube, for the community that you guys have built. I love chatting with you guys on Discord, and yeah, can't wait to see what the next 50k brings us. Who knows, but thanks so much, guys. Would love to just love to have you guys on our live streams chatting away, and of course you are, to me, the best community that I could ever wish for. So thanks very much for watching. Have a great weekend, guys. I look forward to seeing you all again on our next one, and I promise I'll be planning something big to celebrate this 50k. Have a great weekend, guys. Good night.